Hey, Zane.
What is going on?
Well, I mean, it's Friday.
It's Friday and... Wait a minute.
It's Friday, Zane.
It's finally Friday. That means we're going to have some second pour.
That's right. It's second pour.
That means we're going to be doing some 1792 foolproof.
That's right. You got it all right.
Yeah, so what are we waiting for?
Well, let's drink it.
We're going to do it right after this.
Welcome to Second Pour. My name is Jeff.
And I'm Zane.
And today we're going to review 1792 Foolproof.
That's right. This one is a little bit hard to find on the shelves.
It's hard to find on the shelf, and we just got lucky that somebody did a little store pick, and so we're like, we'll take it. Thank you, and please.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do like this. That's already out there on the interweb.
It doesn't stay on the shelf very long when it enters the shelf.
Yeah, so, we're kind of behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, which we're going to get behind this whiskey now.
Or are we?
Now, how do we normally do that?
We snork.
Uh-huh.
They tell us what we should have snorked
Uh-huh.
after we said what we were going to snort.
Uh-huh.
Then we taste.
Uh-huh.
We tell you what we tasted.
That's right.
And then we look at their thing and they tell us what they said we should taste.
That's right.
And typically they only say one thing, and that is
Oak, vanilla, or caramel.
So let's see if it's any different today.
And then we review it and rate it and tell us what you think, so that maybe you'll go out and you think that we know what we're talking about.
Because we're experts.
Obvious. And then you decide.
Yeah. So tell me about this here whiskey.
It is 1792 Foolproof. It is 62.5 ABV, 125 proof. It's mash bill. Ready for this? It's undisclosed. Its age statement. It's non-age statement. They say it's possibly 8 years, but they're not claiming it. It is owned by Sazerac, produced at the Barton Distillery, who also produces now Early Times. And it retails for about $50 when you can actually find it on the shelf.
All right. So I say we smell it.
Let's smell it.
Let's smell this. Okay. It has a great aroma, and the Play-Doh smell, I'm not lying, is in there.
You said Play-Doh?
It is.
Like the Play-Doh that we play with, making little,
Yeah.
like spaghetti hair?
Old school Play-Doh.
You know what I smell out of this?
It's Play-Doh,
Oat, vanilla, and caramel.
which I call Play-Doh. See, that's just the generic thing.
So Play-Doh for you smells like oat, vanilla,
That's what
and
I'm
caramel?
telling you. It's just the generic. It's summing up that generic smell.
So right now you feel
as
like
Play-Doh.
you just went to kindergarten.
Yeah, it's just the basic workings of a bourbon. And I'm just going to call it Play-Doh because you know what I mean. Vanilla, oaky, caramel,
Pecan.
Play-Doh.
I smell pecan.
I mean,
Praline.
praline. But
Pecan. Turtle.
What do they say we're smelling?
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
It's extremely complicated. He's gonna love this. Oak, caramel, and vanilla.
Listen,
Yes?
in a world of Play-Doh,
Yes?
I'm glad you said praline.
Yeah, because it smells like praline.
I'm just glad you added at least something in there.
Praline. It smells like praline to me. There might be even a little bit of cocoa in it for me. It's just kind of hanging out there.
It's got the pine sol smell.
Ooh, like pine trees?
Yeah, a little bit of that, but
Canadian whiskey?
but it's not overpowering or anything. But there is that.
It is
that
strong now on the ethanol end.
Yeah.
The ethanol is pretty strong. It's hanging out in that glass. It can be quite.
Yeah, I think the next thing to do is we have to taste this.
Oh, well, dang! You mean I have to drink this too?
And again, this is second pour. We have tasted it before. We tasted it on Wednesday.
Yes, we did during Whiskey Pop.
So today we are just basically
Drinking it more,
expounding on that
a lot,
experience.
because we like whiskey.
Here we go.
Are we drinking it?
Yes, we are.
All right, we're drinking it right now.
In 3, 2.
It's spicy.
Spicy.
Super for one. We had that 138 here a while back.
Mm-hmm.
This is way spicier than that 138. Do you feel like there's a little bit of some of that butterscotchy wafer shortbread? Is that in there?
I'm not really sure.
I feel like the burnt sugar, burnt caramel is pretty strong. I would say the ethanol is so tough in this nose, it's hard to separate the two.
Yeah, I would be saying that what we classify as the rye spice, the spice is
Heavy?
pretty heavy.
So you were saying it might be a high rye?
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance that that's totally off, but it's a lingering spice that's not the heat. But man, that goes right up the nose.
Like ethanol wise, ethanol vapor off this thing is pretty strong. I mean, so if you're new to whiskey, you're gonna be like, whoo, really quick. But I can also see why people who like that cask strength, barrel strength formulas, this fits right in that ballpark, right? Now, on the back of that,
I'm starting to piece it together here, though.
On the back of this, they say that strong and full of flavor, the bold bourbon boasts an incredible deep and smoky taste.
No, there's no smoke.
I don't really feel like it's very smoky, but that burnt sugar part that's part of that.
I'm getting a lot of the corn on that second sip.
Really? So you're getting a heavy corn?
Yeah, I'm actually getting a lot of it now. It'll be on the taste. You go ahead and take another sip. You'll see where it is. It is the sugars of this whiskey for sure.
Yeah, I can see the corn.
Yeah.
It's mid-palate.
But like I said, that's not the spice at all.
Okay, so let's see what they say the palate should be.
Let's do it, because this is confusing.
Smoky, bold, oak, and vanilla. I mean, that seems pretty basic, right? Now,
and we're going home.
On the back of this bottle, it says smoky, bold, and sweet vanilla and notes of caramel. So they're right up front on the bottle too. What does this taste like? Now, this is a full cask strength whiskey. So if you're trying to stay warm on a winter day, this is probably going to get you there. But man, it is strong.
Yeah,
I can see why people are grabbing this bottle.
Yeah, I can, and I can also see why you'd probably drink this one on ice.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Hang on, let me clarify. Did you just say?
Yeah, I think
you would drink this on. Let's try it on ice.
I think it's too stacked up. It needs to be spread out.
We're trying this on ice right now.
Okay,
funny thing.
You have it ready.
All right, let's see if ice kind of takes out some of that. I can tell you right now already, the caramel is coming out stronger.
Yeah, it's definitely, but the
harshness is gone, right?
Yeah, there's something else in there though.
Let's go in on it.
Let's do it.
Find out. I'm not gonna lie, on ice, that is way better.
Way better.
I mean, like, made a huge jump difference.
Way better.
Right?
Way better. This is how you drink this whiskey.
I think this whiskey requires it to be on ice.
Yeah.
I think full proof is great when it's neat if you're just standing outside in the snow.
It was just stacked up on itself so much it needed something to open it up.
Yeah, now I'm getting brown sugar, the apple you're talking about, caramel. This is like caramel apple on a stick.
Like that's actually
really.
It changed like what I was mentally rating it already.
That changed, yeah, completely. I'm like, now I'm like, okay, this just changed the way I'm gonna look at this whiskey.
That's really good. No, I like it.
So this just proves that no matter the fact that we're always saying that neat, we feel like is the way to go. This doesn't always mean you can't throw ice on something and see if it makes something you're like it's okay, and it becomes something that's like, holy cow, this is really good.
Yeah.
The chocolate came through. I'm tasting that chocolate now more so than I was before. That praline is stronger now. The pecan, the chocolate, the praline, the caramel apple, all that's coming through on that. All right, let's just see what they say the finish is. Because I feel like the finish on this, medium finish.
Medium finish.
Sticks a little bit in the palate for a little while, and then it's gone.
Yeah, it's a medium to long because it hangs around a little bit.
A little bit, right? But not like, it's not hugging me a whole lot.
It's not the longest thing I've ever drank, so yeah.
Okay, they say it's strong and full of flavor.
Well,
on ice, hands down.
Yeah, it's great.
On neat, it's hard to pull those pieces out.
On neat, the finish is a lot faster.
It's all over the place, right?
It finishes faster. It doesn't hold up because it won't It's not dissectable.
No, but now it is.
Yeah, I recommend ice.
For sure. Okay, so we got to rate this thing.
Yeah.
And how do we do that?
Well, we have a 5-finger system. Basically, we're saying it's a matter of pours. We have a 1-finger pour, 2-finger pour, 3, 4, and 5. 1 finger, hey, it's good. 5-finger, hey, I'm taking the whole thing home. So.
That's right.
That's where we are.
That's where we're at. Okay, so I'm going to be right up front. Ice changed my entire opinion of this.
Yeah, I did too.
Initially, I was like, I don't see why everybody's grabbing this.
Now, I'm not gonna hail it as the best thing ever, but
No,
I'm gonna put it in something good. I think this is a 3.5.
I think this is a 3.
I think it's a whiskey that I think will mature the longer I'm sipping on it.
Yeah, and I think it changes as long as with that ice in there.
Yeah, I think this would be a very fun sit around and sip, and that's what I like about whiskeys. And it's not overpriced.
$50.
$50.
When you can find it.
When you can find it. Obviously, that's a caveat too, but...
I would say for sure that I wouldn't pay above much more than that.
No, I wouldn't, but this is a great experience. This was worth it to go from drinking out of the Glencairn glass, being like, I'm not sure, let's change this up, and then we have this to where I'm like, man, that's really good.
It does make a huge difference.
Yeah, so that's
I mean, now I'm like, damn, that's good.
Yeah.
So what about you? Have you had full proof? Do you try to find it? How hard is it for it to find in your area? Like I said, this is the first time I've actually seen it in our area in a long time. The bottle and bond is the same way. It's really hard to find. I can see why Saserac wanted Barton Distillery. Sure. I can see why they're moving early times over to that Barton Distillery.
And remember what we said about early times.
It's a really good budget whiskey, which is basically getting ready to become a smaller bottle and more expensive.
Yeah.
Same kind of stuff. So, but what about you? Have you had 1792? Let us know down below, but be sure to like, share, and
subscribe.
And visit us on our Facebook group page right here. And also, don't forget to
ding our dong, because that's the only way you're going to know when we put out new content.
That's right. And plus, you subscribing and liking our stuff helps us because we're not monetized, and half the videos we do get demonetized because we use a lot of pop culture stuff in it.
Because that's who we are.
That's who we are. That's just our way of saying, hey, YouTube.
It is that. But your homework for tonight is, what's another whiskey that you've discovered that kind of needs to be on ice?
Yeah.
I want to try that because,
yeah, for sure.
You know me, I'm a neat guy.
You are neat-ish, kind of, sort of,
until,
in a neatish kind of way.
Until the end, when he's finished degrading me.
I'm not degrading you. I love you. Even on ice.
Damn.
Cheers.
Cheers.